Hey y'all, come on in. It's Tuesday evening. It's bean time again, y'all. Still kind of cool and misty and foggy. We need to feel comforted. So I'm going to do some great northern beans, turkey necks, and then some smoked turkey wings and my usual veggies and potatoes. So just watch right along with me. I'm going to go ahead. You know, this is one of those pots where you can just put everything in. This is my Ninja Foodi. I'm gonna go ahead and put, now this time, this is a 1 pound bag of beans, so this is a little bit more. I'm just gonna, you don't have to put it in any particular order. This is my bell pepper, celery, and onions and potatoes going in there. That's Taylor. One large green pepper. Taylor. Can you turn that down? We don't want to know what Taylor's doing. Oh, we're looking at a movie. Y'all know me. I'm a TV buff, so we're looking at something on TV. So this is going to go into the Ninja Foodi. And I'm going to cook it for about a good 40 minutes because I got a few more beans in here than normal. Then I got to get my meat going in here. Let's go ahead and stir this around. All my seasonings, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of these. This is going to be a tablespoon of garlic powder. That's what I figured you were do. He found that thing. Okay, so that was a tablespoon of garlic sea salt. Okay, that'll help to add a little bit of salt content. We won't be putting any more salt in there. Okay, and then we're going to put a teaspoon of black pepper. Well, black pepper gives it that. We haven't figured out quite what black pepper does, but we know it's essential to the seasoning of beans, especially, y'all. Especially beans. So, getting everything all mixed up in here. And I'm just going to do about a teaspoon of my masala seasoning. I tell you what, it seems like I just can't cook beans without this masala seasoning. Just slightly. You know, I don't put enough in, you know, it's just that flavor that it has. For that amount of beans, you won't be able to put a little in there. If I put what I wanted to put in there. Whew. Okay. Then we're going to put the Goya. We'll do a package of Goya seasoning in here. And I've got a package of that ham bean seasoning as well somewhere. You know, it seems like every time you get that little packet, it always gets misplaced, but I found it this time. So this is that little ham bean flavor packet that came out of these Great Northerns. So we're just going to drop that in there. What are you thinking? Y'all know this is going to be so good. Okay. Going to go ahead and give it a stir. Make sure everything. I'm not going to have to put as much water. Well, I can't put as much water because the fill line. Let's see, where's that fill line? I don't want to get too much going on here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get my meat in. Those are, that was turkey necks, and that's raw turkey necks. Let's go in there. About a pound of raw turkey necks in there. There's the other piece. And then I've got some smoked turkey meat to go in there. This was turkey wing, and what I did was just took it off the bone and dropped it, and gonna drop it in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop it right in. Alrighty. Everything is in. So I think I'll be able to get about, let's see. Season water. I'm gonna get some water. Everything is already seasoned. Okay, so we got the water in. Now this is gonna be a full pot. Okay. Got everything in there. And as far as the broth is concerned now, you know, the last time I cooked, I think I sort of had to thicken that broth, but we won't have to thicken it this time because we got a lot of beans in here and less water. And I'm going to cook it. Get everything stirred up really good. Make sure, where's my fill line? I'm missing my fill line. I like to, you know, kind of sort of stay within that fill line. Okay. I believe I'm doing okay with that. So anyway, this is all ready for me to let that lid down and get everything cooking, y'all. I know this is going to be good. I can't wait to taste it. So what I'm going to do at this point is go ahead and put the lid down on it. And of course, again, this is my Ninja Foodi. Let's get the let's get it plugged in. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's the wrong lid. That's not y'all. Y'all knew that, didn't you? That was not even the right lid. Let me go get the right lid to put on there. Okay, that little, yeah, there it is on there. Okay. Now that I got the right lid, let's put it on. Lock it in. Make sure it's on turned over here to lock, to seal it. Turn the Ninja Foodi on. And we're going to, it's going to be under pressure. And we're going to do on high. And we're going to do this for, we're going to have to do, I think the last time I did, I cooked them for 35 minutes, I believe. But because this is a bigger pot of beans, we're going to do them for about 40 minutes. And go ahead and give it a start. And it's going, it's cooking. So we're going to let it cook for about 40 minutes, and then it'll do this other little countdown, and we'll be back, and we'll be ready to eat some beans, y'all. Yeah. There it goes. It's rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, so 45 minutes from now, we'll be right back. Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm gonna make something special to go with that, with my Great Northern beans and smoked turkey necks and wings. This is called mayonnaise biscuits. I haven't done these in a long, long time. Okay, here's the recipe, real quick, short and sweet. 2 cups of self-rising flour. 1 cup of Hellmann's mayonnaise. That was one I just flipped in there. Put the other one in. I don't know where my 1 cup size. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? For part of the mayo, I'm going to put a little butter. So you can do half. Sometimes I do half and half. So I'm going to put half butter, half mayo in that last cup. So 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise and look at that, 1/4 of a cup of butter, margarine, or quick start. Go ahead and oil or grease a 12 cup muffin tin. Preheat that oven to 375, and we're going to dash in a half a teaspoon of garlic powder just to jazz it up a little bit, and then we got to put in a cup of milk. We can either do, I got some evaporated milk, so that's 1 of those, and then the other one is whole milk. Or you could just as long as you have a cup of milk. Okay. See how fast and easy this is? And just take and stir it like so till everything is well mixed. And then we're just going to spoon this batter into the muffin tin, and we're going to bake them for about 20 minutes. And we'll have some Mayo Biscuits to go with them. Beans and smoked turkey. I haven't done this in a long, long time. I thought, what else can I do with this? This is going to go short and sweet. You're just going to fill each one of those tins with this mixture. I promise y'all, that's all there is to it. If you don't like garlic in yours, you can just not put the garlic. I am going to zhuzh it up. I'm going to put a few little onion flakes in there. Just for a little, this is just, you know, me and flavor. A few onion flakes in there. I was going to put some parsley if I could find it. Let me see. Well, parsley don't want to come out and play, but you can put some parsley in there. And that's mainly just for extra added flavor is all that it is to it. And so when we bake these, we're going to go ahead and put these into the muffin tin, like so. And did I tell you to bake these for about 15, good 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Those beans are about ready for me to take that last bit of pressure off of them. These are going to be yummy, y'all. Yummy. Stir that last little bit up in there. Okay. There we go. Almost done. You know what? You can have these on the table in about 10 minutes. It literally takes no more than about 10 minutes to get these mayonnaise biscuits going. And I'm sure you probably have made these back. I can't remember. It's been so long ago that I learned to do these. I cannot even remember. I put too much in that one, so I just took some out. I cannot remember who it was that showed me how to do these. But it's one of those things that's real good and tasty. Some of them I did put way too much. Oh, I hear my pressure cooker over there. It's ready for me in a few minutes. Ooh, that was way too much in that one. Okay. So you might have one or two that might have. I just did that on the spur of the moment. I need to get these on in the oven so all this stuff will come off at the same time.
Oh, it's on the 15 minutes.
Okay, so now 375. We're gonna throw these in there for about 12, 15, about 15 minutes. They'll be ready. So they're in the oven, and we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, there it is. Everything is done, ready to be consumed. There are those great northern beans with the smoked turkey and just regular turkey, of course, and potatoes and veggies. They are yummy. This time I cooked a full pound. Usually I've been cooking, I think, a half pound of beans, but the bigger pack, and they are just loaded with flavor and meat and veggies. So we get married. Well, Ten's already sitting back, relaxing, enjoying her bowl over there, and I went ahead and sliced some cucumbers and put a little bit of that balsamic vinaigrette just to give us a little bit of veggie in there, other than the bell peppers and the onions. And back there, those my mayonnaise biscuits. They are good, piping hot and buttery, tasting with that mayonnaise and margarine in them. So we're getting ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy this meal. And on the end here, I'm going to go ahead and give you a Black History tip. So if you hang on just a minute, I'll give it to you. Listen, as far as cooking is going, I'm done in this kitchen tonight. And until I decide to cook again, love you guys. Toodaloo. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and this is our Black History fact for this evening, for on Wednesday. So what we're going to present here this afternoon is the Buffalo Soldier. Now, this painting is done in gold leaf, which is a painting style that's very popular in Spain. My husband and I purchased this while we were stationed over in Spain, probably about 30 years ago. So it's a Buffalo Soldier. And I'll give you just a little bit of a background on the Buffalo Soldier. It says that the daily life for the troops of the 9th and the 10th Cavalries were harsh, but for the most part, it was similar to the life of their white counterparts. During the 1860s and 70s, the frontier forts resembled little more than rundown villages at the time, and the enlisted men's barracks were often poorly ventilated. Vermin, which is rats, infested their living quarters. The only bathing facilities that these men were able to use consisted of the local creek. Now, could you imagine that, out all day fighting a war, and then you had to go bathe in the creek? As a result, some of the men fell prey to dysentery, diseases, diarrhea, bronchitis, tuberculosis, and other such illnesses were common problems in that area. Rations throughout the Indian campaigns consisted mainly of beef, bacon, potatoes, beans, fresh vegetables from the garden, and sometimes fruit and jam. So they ate pretty good for the most part, seems like. Their work week was always a 7 day work week, with the exception of the 4th of July and Christmas, they were allowed to be off. Okay, now listen to this one. The monthly pay for a private in the Buffalo Soldiers was a meager $13. Now get this one. That amount had been reduced down from $16 in 1871. Imagine you worked all week long doing that kind of work and only made $13, not a week or an hour, but per month. When available, many of the African American troopers availed themselves after hours to schools to alleviate illiteracy mandated by slavery. The schools were normally run by the chaplains assigned to the black units. In part for this purpose, other leisure activities were sparse, especially for African American troops stationed in West Texas. Only a small percentage of enlisted men were able to bring their wives with them to the frontier posts. The small villages grew, for the most part, up around the forts, were usually little more than a collection of saloons and gambling parlors, inhabited by some of the most unsavory characters of the frontier. Here, partially due to the federal government's harsh Reconstruction policies, racial prejudice by both local citizens and law officers was severe. So these men lived a really hard life to have to do the work that they were doing. It also says that when disputes arose among Buffalo soldiers and the locals, the local law and juries consistently sided against the troops. Now imagine that too. They were out there fighting for these people, but if anything came up, they got the blame for it for the most part. So as you can see, the Buffalo Soldier uh, was a nice, that uniform is a good looking uniform, but I tell you what, it did not compare or line up with the work that they had to do when they were out on the frontier. And just noteworthy, there are still some Buffalo Soldier units or chapters active now here in the United States. One in Washington, D.C., that my husband and I often visited. And there are a couple of Buffalo Soldier gentlemen that live right here in this area. And maybe I'll be able to rustle one or two of them up and get a little interview with them. And if I do, I'll go ahead and share that with you. So for the most part, the Buffalo Soldiers, when they weren't on a patrol, the paper goes on to say that the Buffalo Soldiers were engaged in endless drills, parades, and inspections. At Fort Davis in 1877, a dress parade, complete with the post band, was held each evening except for on Saturdays. Regarding the African American troops, the post surgeon noted that the troops seemed especially proud of their uniform and of the professions of as soldiers. So as you can see, recreation is very important in our lives, and to have something pleasant going on from time to time. So as we go on through our Black History Facts, I'll present some more things to you about the Buffalo Soldiers. They are very fascinating. They have some awesome stories to be told. And what I'm most excited about is, like I said, I know one of the new generation Buffalo Soldiers. As a matter of fact, he's a silversmith right here, uh, not too far from me. So I will be presenting some of his silversmith work and just some